in regard to sexual assault, there's just no gray area. There's clear consent or there is not.
Athletes are playing a much bigger role on campuses than winning games or scoring points. Recently, some are being accused of sexual assault, and the world of sports is taking notice.
Next tonight, a powerful scene in court. A former college football player at Vanderbilt University sentenced for sex assault, one of 4 players accused.
Nukawachu is accused of an on-campus sexual assault against a Baylor soccer player.
The 19-year-old Turner was arrested January 18th after he was allegedly caught on top of an unconscious, half-naked woman outside of an on-campus party.
The issue is forcing university sports programs across the nation to address sexual assault with their athletes. Sports Illustrated writer Scooby Axon has spent the past year looking at how colleges are handling sexual assault cases. He believes change begins with the players.
I think the athletes have a responsibility more than anybody to say this is wrong. So if you had a high-profile athlete come forward and say, you know, we're not going to stand for this, you know, because they're the visible people of the university. If the athlete stood up and said, we're not going to stand for this, I think more people would listen.
OU head football coach Bob Stoops agrees. In fact, in August 2016, Stoops invited sexual assault survivor Brenda Tracy to share her emotional story with his players, a story detailed in this documentary.
The first time I woke up, I was lying on the floor, naked. I was being assaulted and raped. They were pouring alcohol down my throat. I was in and out of consciousness probably for 6 to 7 hours. When I woke up, a used condom was stuck to my stomach. It was the most disgusting moment of my life.
Tracy now visits athletic programs across the nation to talk to athletes and coaches about preventing sexual assault. Stoops believes her story was the right one at the right time.
Actually, more than anything, I want a woman's perspective of what this experience, how it's affected her life, not only at the time, how it continues to affect her life. And her perspective needs to be heard and wanted it to sink in and get into the hearts of my players.
I think it had a major impact on our guys and the culture, and realizing, you know, it does go around a lot. It happens quite often, and it's not okay. And so to hear somebody to come in and tell that powerful of a message, it makes you realize that stuff does go on every day. It's not just like it happens everywhere else. It happens on every campus. And so for her to come in and talk to us was pretty special. It affects people in a way that, I mean, it hits you right in the feels. That's the only way to put it, because she's able to go up there and tell every part of her story.
I have a bunch of powerful, strong guys that have leadership skills and that people can look up to, that if they're ever somewhere where they notice something that isn't or could end up not being proper, to step in and be that guy.